Hey, what's up? This is Gardetrace, and what the fuck is going on? Frieza is back? Are you fucking kidding me? Resurrection F wasn't enough? We gotta bring him back again? Frieza is indeed returning to Dragon Ball Super, and he will take part in the Tournament of Power. But wait, doesn't Universe 7 already have their 10 members put together? They do. But one of them's gonna get kicked out in favor of Frieza. Who would be getting kicked out? Majin Buu. They are kicking Majin Buu out of the Tournament of Power in favor of Frieza. What in the actual fuck? Apparently, from the spoilers that were being leaked, we see that Majin Buu falls asleep again. And for some reason, they can't wake him up. So they go to Frieza as a replacement. First of all, we're doing this shit again? Majin Buu has fallen asleep again? What in the fuck does this keep happening for? It's like, Majin Buu always keeps falling asleep right before a big fight is getting ready to happen. It's like, why? It's like, they did it in Resurrection F where he fell asleep and didn't take part in the fight against Frieza. And then they do it again in the Universe 6 tournament arc, where Majin Buu was among those chosen for the tournament, but he falls asleep again, sleeps throughout the whole tournament, and seriously, it's like, the tournament could have benefited from having Majin Buu there to add a new dynamic to it. And then here's the thing. Right now, we're doing it again for the Universe Survival arc, but we had already did it previously in this arc. In the Zeno exhibition match, Goku has recruited Majin Buu to take part in the exhibition, but Majin Buu falls asleep there. But Mr. Satan waves a chocolate bar in his face, he smells it, wakes up, eats the chocolate bar, and goes to fight. And the fight was, quite frankly, really awesome. So it's making me wonder, why don't you get Mr. Satan to wake him up again? Wave more chocolate in his face. Wave some candy, some cakes, some pies, pudding, something. Just wake him the fuck up. Because really, I am so sick and tired of this running gag. It's not funny. It wasn't funny the first time, okay? It really just wasn't funny. It wasn't funny the first time. It was even less funny the second time. And it's especially not funny now. There's no chance of this being funny. Why do y'all keep doing this? And now you guys have bypassed Majin Buu in favor of Frieza. I am so sick and tired of Frieza. How many times you guys gonna keep bringing him back? How many times you guys gonna keep beating this dead horse? You got Frieza, he's now going to be taking part in the Tournament of Power. It's like, okay, so what they're going to do with Frieza is they're pretty much going to do what they did with Goku in the Majin Buu saga, where Goku was dead, but he was allowed to come back to life for that one day to take part in the tournament. So they're doing this with Frieza here, but it makes me wonder, what exactly does Frieza have to gain out of this tournament, I'm sure they're not going to actually revive Frieza 100%, because that would be the stupidest thing ever. Frieza has proven time and time again that he is absolutely irredeemable. He's a complete monster. He has crossed the moral event horizon already. He's done several things that are worthy of him crossing over that horizon. He just doing one moral event horizon thing makes you irredeemable right then and there. So doing several, that just means you're a complete monster at that point. So if they try to redeem Frieza, no, fuck you guys. Fuck you guys right now. You can go fuck yourselves right now if you're gonna do that. Now you guys have Frieza. What does Frieza have to gain out of this? Because like right now, Frieza is in hell. He's a cocoon. He's in a cocoon. The angels of hell are dancing, singing, and frolicking around him. And he doesn't have the power to stop that. So he just has to sit through all of that and deal with it. So it's like, you know, what are they going to do? Because I'm sure they're not going to permanently bring it back to life. So what exactly are they going to do with him? If he gets destroyed, like let's say if the universe gets erased from existence, that would work into his favor. Especially because, come on, I'm sure they're not going to fully revive him. They're just going to have him for this one day. So it's like, you know, it's going to be like, what's in it for me? It's like, hey, if universe is erased from existence, then that means I'm going to be gone. These angels are going to be gone. I won't have to be going through this anymore. So it just makes me wonder, what in the fuck are they going to do with this? It's just, it doesn't make any sense to have Frieza, you know, take part in this tournament. It's like, now there is something good that this does in terms of the story, because, you know, with Frieza being brought back again, it does mean that Resurrection F was now meant something. It wasn't just some little throwaway filler arc, because that's pretty much what it's been, because it's had no impact on the story as a whole. But now with this revelation that Frieza will be coming back, so now it's going to be relevant again. This movie is like, okay, so alright, Resurrection F, now this thing, it means something, you know. No, don't get me wrong, it's still crap. Resurrection F is still a huge pile of crap. But at least now it has something to do with the rest of the series and not just be a complete disposable pile of crap. Because, put it this way, the Dragon Ball Super manga does not adapt the story. So now it makes me wonder, like, what is the manga gonna do? So now, because, you know, if the manga's not even gonna adapt the story of Resurrection F, it's adapted everything else but not this, it lets you know that this was just pointless. So now it's at least gonna be relevant again. But that really doesn't excuse what they're gonna do. It's like, okay, you have Frieza back. It's like, really, it's just, I'm tired of Frieza. It's like, you keep bringing him back. Why do you keep bringing him back? Because when it comes to Frieza, as far as I'm concerned, he's just getting more and more annoying the more that I see him. As far as I'm concerned, he's not the best villain that Dragon Ball has to offer. As a matter of fact, I like Majin Buu more so as a villain than Frieza. Because the thing about Frieza, it's like, okay, he's a bad guy, he's straight up evil, but it's like, it is just like he's evil just because he's evil. At least Majin Buu, you know, he had these dynamics where he had this half of him that's good, there's a half of him that's bad, and there's a half of him that's just innocent, doesn't grasp the concept of good and evil. It's just he does things that are evil, but as far as he's concerned, he's just having good innocent fun. He's a kid in that personality. You know, his Kid Buu. He's pure. He's pure. He's got complete innocence. He doesn't know, he doesn't understand the concept of life and death. That's why, you know, when it comes to the Majin Buu arc, yes, that saga had so many things wrong with it, but I don't think Majin Buu was the problem with it. Like, the problem with that arc was all the things that got introduced that ultimately did nothing in regards to defeating Majin Buu. So now we have Frieza returning yet again. It's like, okay, this does open some possibilities, you know, because now you have a straight up villain on the team. This is not a villain that turned to the side of good. This is a straight up villain who is on this team. So it's like, now, what exactly is going to happen? So now he's completely unpredictable, you know? And one thing we know about Frieza is he'll likely turn on everyone because, you know, Frieza's not going to play by the rules. He won't play by any rules. You know, he's going to do something. It's just we don't know what this could mean because, you know, we're going to have Frost here. Like, let's see, like, Frieza and Frost meet up. It's like, what could possibly happen with that? And then, of course, Frieza sees Saiyans from Universe 6. So, he'll be seeing Kaba, Caulifla, and Kale. It's going to be like, what exactly, like, what possibilities could this open up? So, they could open up a lot of possibilities, but this is Dragon Ball Super. And no matter what good story possibilities they could open up, they're going to drop the ball somehow. They always do. They always drop the ball. This is why you can never get your hopes up about the series. The Future Trunks arc was the biggest indicator of that. It had a lot of very good ideas presented in it, and then its execution was so weak, it was just such a major letdown, and the arc just completely fizzled out toward the end, and they were just pretty much pulling rabbits out of their ass at that point. It's just, you can take something where you have a lot of good ideas, problem is you follow through. Dragon Ball Super's follow through is the big issue here. So that's why, it's just like what I said in my video that it was actually the first video that I posted this year, where I'm saying, hey, don't get your hopes up about the Universe Survival arc. Because, well, Dragon Ball Super, if history is any indication, this is gonna be just yet another arc with good possibilities, but shit execution, so it's just an absolute waste of time. And now we got Frieza. It's like, okay, he does open some good possibilities, but when it comes to just having Frieza here as opposed to Majin Buu, because we had the poster where we have all of the members of Universe 7, and that included Majin Buu. Everyone's here, and now we're not gonna get what was promised us. We're not gonna get Majin Buu, who, I wanted Majin Buu. So we just don't get to see Majin Buu fight. It's like, okay, we see Majin Buu with Beerus, gets curb stomps. We see Majin Buu against Basil. It's like, that fight was awesome. It's like, is that the only time we're going to get to see Majin Buu fight? Come on, I want more Majin Buu. Because, my God, because when it comes to this whole thing, it's just got me really pissed the fuck off. I was about to make a video analyzing Majin Buu, because pretty much to analyze each of the members of the Universe 17 to see what they could bring to the table and how could they become a help or a hindrance to their team. I was going to do Majin Buu, but now he's not going to be a part of this tournament, so now there's no point in me doing that video anymore. It's just, my God, I'm so sick and tired of Frieza. I'm so tired of him. It's like, he's shoved down our throats so much. It's like, as far as I'm concerned, Frieza is the Uchiha, is like pretty much like the Madara Uchiha of Dragon Ball at this point. He's overpowered, and just like with the Uchihas, they're just so thrown at us to the point where they're overshadowing everything else within the realm of Naruto, And it's like, they better not try to redeem Frieza, because like, that's like with Naruto, how they was trying to redeem Sasuke, how to, like, redeeming Itachi, redeeming Obito. It's like, oh my God, that is ultimately what killed Naruto for me. And it's just, you have these guys who are straight up monsters. Like, look at Obito, all the villainous shit he's did, and then he's pretty much pardoned for all of these times. And then even like with Sasuke, it's like, he doesn't pay for what he's did. Even though the anime did have like an author saving throw where Sasuke's in prison, but still, it's still pretty much a slap on the wrist considering what the fuck has been going on. So I really hope they don't go this route with Frieza. Keep him as a monster, okay? He's a monster. Not every Dragon Ball Z villain has to be converted into a good guy, okay? It worked for Tien, it worked for Piccolo, it worked for Vegeta. It worked for Majin Buu. It's not gonna work for Frieza, okay? So don't do that. I try to avoid spoilers, but this shit was all over my recommends, We got Geekdom 101, we got Hail Zeon, we got James Henson, we got all of these guys all of these guys posting these videos, like just so many Frieza videos about him being back in my recommends. I was just so pissed off upon hearing this news, because really, stop beating this dead horse, because as far as I'm concerned, the fact that they keep bringing back Frieza means that they have no ideas for villains at this point, so they're just gonna keep rehashing old ones. Frieza, just no more Frieza. Frieza is just really annoying at this point. Because, you know, Frieza, as a villain, he's pretty basic and boring, to be honest. It's like I said, Majin Buu was better. And when it comes to Frieza's family, you know, I personally like Cooler better. That's why I wish Cooler was a canon character. It's just, no more Frieza. It's like, you know, because pretty much you're bringing him back, people are hyped. This is nothing but fan service at this point. It's like, okay, Frieza and Frost, oh, what if they get together and whatnot? It's like, okay, this is just fan service. It's like, you guys could possibly do something good, but really, I'm just so tired of Frieza constantly keep coming back, and especially since you are throwing Majin Buu under the bus yet again with this stupid ass fucking running gag. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? It's not funny. Stop doing this. I wanted Majin Buu, not Frieza. I don't give a fuck about Frieza. But no, we're gonna throw Majin Buu under the bus again in order to bring Frieza back for just because reasons. That's it. There's no real reason to bring Frieza back. It's just they're bringing it back for reasons. And guess what? I fucking hate that. I'm so sick and tired of Frieza. Now, death is already cheap within the realm of Dragon Ball, but seriously, can we just have Frieza stay dead? Please? So it's like, you know, I have no idea where they're gonna go with this. It's like, just like, I hope that they do something cool with it, but you know, it's just, I'm worried about this entire arc, you know, I'm worried about Kale and Caulifla, I'm worried about Universe 6 as a whole, about how they're just going to be completely underutilized. I'm worried about all of the other universes, how they're just pretty much not really going to be elaborated on. I'm just worried about all of that, and how just Dragon Ball Super is just going to ultimately drop the ball yet again on this one. So what do you guys think about Frieza returning for the umpteenth fucking time? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Also, like and subscribe for more content to come. And with that being said, that'll be the end of this video. Have a good day, everyone. This is Trace, signing out. And